All right, how we doing today, folks? Sorry about the light here. Let me adjust the light here to where you can see more of me and less of the light. Let's see here. Okay. All right. How we doing today? So I got April to the 7th. Today is Wednesday, about 10 o'clock Mountain Time. I'm just traveling to Utah for spring break, for at least part of it, to put in some father's time. So I think many of you guys in the public school system are on spring break by now, or maybe you already had it. Again, I want to thank you guys for what you do, okay, as well as the students or whatever. Some of the schools are opening back up for you young folks in school. I know it's hard or whatever, but hey, that online school thing is an adjustment. So for some of you guys that are probably going to be graduating this year, well, they're getting y'all ready right now for college, because it looks like that's going to be the way to go. At least I'm thinking at a certain point, half the courses are going to be online. But I want to talk about today fear of a real estate or moratorium apocalypse. So I don't know. I've gotten away from talking about these things like stimulus and other type of maybe financial advice, man, because it's easy to get sucked in these topics about relationships or this gossip talk and all that. I don't like the gossip, but I do use certain topics or whatever, certain maybe current events, as far as going on with people, these whole high profile people, and maybe try to use some sound doctrine and maybe provide some type of solution. But back to the main point I'm trying to get here. So many of your states and all that they are extending the housing memorandums for evictions further and further, okay? And I think the further these evictions are being extended, all right, the more and more of these potential evictions are going to build up, all right? And if they're not careful, it's going to be to a point where it's going to be really bad. And when I say apocalypse, a lot of people are going to be put out in the street, okay? Like I was checking, maybe it was like in the fall, that there was something like about 2 million people in the U.S., all right, that was liable to be evicted, and that's probably at least up to about 4 million now, okay? A lot of people. And because these perilous times that many people are out of work, or now they're back to work and they're not making as much money as they did. Some people are doing better, okay? So some people, when this happens or whatever, they may end up acquiring more real estate. Now, I like to throw a disclaimer out here, okay? I'm not trying to put down anybody in need. I know it's hard or whatever, okay? And I believe that a lot of you guys that are working hard, you probably get your stimulus or whatever aid that you're trying to get and doing the right thing, all right? So if that applies to you, don't worry about it. This message is not for you. And keep doing what you do, all right? I know here I'm not in Nevada, but back in Nevada, the governor extended just the other day, let's say about a week ago, the moratoriums from March 31st to May 31st, and he claims it's going to be the last one. However, the president, Joe Biden, that he does have an intent to move the memorandums from, it's technically June, okay, to like I believe it was like August or September. We don't know yet, but that's what he wants to do. I believe that's going to happen. So I think for reasons to keep COVID probably from going back up, I mean, because it will go up with people traveling more and, more people are being vaccinated. So that means the stuff like, as well as travel, your flights and all that stuff, air transportation is going to increase. That we are well into the spring, and they're pretty much preparing that to the summer. With all, if they were, well, they don't want the COVID to go up any higher than what it needs to be. So I believe in, let's say, Nevada, that they are starting to do evictions. And I think in your state or a lot of other states, they're doing that too, but they're doing like limited evictions, okay? And I hope that this is what the states are planning on doing, or at least following through with it. I think this is something I know in Nevada. I'm thinking what they're doing is, they're doing evictions based on who have not been paying their mortgage or rent for the longest period of time. Say, for instance, okay, if they started the evictions now, like they said they would, they probably are going back to like the end of March, 1st of April. So they're probably saying, for example, they're looking at the eviction, and it's pretty much that's been a year. If those people hadn't been paying them their mortgage or rent for a year, those people are probably going to be the first to go. All right, and I'm just thinking maybe it may be performance based. I don't know how far they're going to go down to. I don't know, maybe if it's 6 months or whatever. Okay, I'm not an expert on that, but yeah, I don't think you're going to be inevitably. If you don't pay your rent, you getting out. You can't stay nowhere for free. And I mean, even if you do, you can put in the paperwork from the CDC to stay in or whatever. That rent is still going to accrue. So somewhere along the line, you're going to have to pay it back. Okay, but I'm thinking maybe they're probably going to do it from a certain time to up to a year. Those people I got to go. So, and they may, like, I don't know, like codified or whatever, like they may give you people a certain amount of time to pay it, or they may have to get out. Let's just say if they've been paying their rent for, let's just say they were doing it for the first 6 months and they lost their job and they haven't been paying anything, okay, those people are going to be suspect. All right, or I'm thinking probably the people that's have a best chances to stay are the people that's been paying it up to date, and or the people, let's just say if you lost your job or you ain't been getting paid as much, but let's just say you've been paying some on it. I'm just thinking at least half. Okay, that or again, either half, or if you've been paying it off completely, that's probably your best chance of probably staying. Maybe they can write it off or whatever. I don't know. All right, that's what I believe the president is looking at doing, is doing some write-offs of some tax breaks and stuff like that. Based on I think it's some qualifications or whatever. If you've probably been working, you've been getting the stimulus and stuff like that. So I believe it's something like a $10,000, $11,000 write-off. I like to say, I don't know the specifications of it. I haven't even done my taxes yet. Okay, so, but I think in the end of the day, as long as you've been consistently trying, probably before the last year, I would say at least half of your mortgage. Okay, they may just say hands off for a while. I don't know. It's one of the things I think if I'm going to look further into it and reevaluate my on my information, I'll get back with you guys on that. So, but I do want to get back to talking about current events, stimulus, and all that. Okay, as far as in a lot of this celebrity stuff, this goes to show how how it works or whatever, you know. And it's one of the things that people do wrong, and if you're wrong, you're wrong, okay? I understand that, but I'm just thinking, when people keep on making these specific specific videos over and over again, you know, it almost sounds like it's like distasteful and to defamate somebody's character just for views and all that, okay? But this is just how the devil works, and somehow that, you know, people's words are power, and you get smaller YouTubers that'll follow suit on it. All right, and I'm just thinking I almost got sucked up into this thing or whatever. Okay, so I got to get back into, you know, trying to be more, you know, of a public service, and to let you guys know stuff like this. But I don't want to go long-winded on that. That's your update on what's going on with these eviction moratoriums and so forth, okay, in the fear of an apocalypse. All right, hey, you guys keep doing what you do for the ones that's been trying. Hey, be safe out there, and I'll just make sure I'll try to give you some arrest information on this stuff. Feel free to subscribe, comment, like, and share. All right, and thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen.